What's up guys, today I explain you Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18, preview of Konohamaru vs Matsuri, begins. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe this channel, now have fun with the video.
Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18 is just around the corner and fans are eagerly waiting to see what Shikamaru has in store for them in the first chapter of 2025, with the intensity of the new arc slowly picking up and major battles now on the horizon. Things are going to get more exciting in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18. Konohamaru Sarutobi is expected to be at the center of things along with Sarada Uchiha, given that these are the two main characters of this arc. At the same time, fans expect a great deal of development for characters such as Ru and Matsuri. Thrown into all this is the palpable situation surrounding Kawaki and Amado, the result of which will greatly affect the plot of Boruto moving forward. All that and much more will finally be focused on in the upcoming Boruto TBV Chapter 18. In the previous chapter of Boruto, it was made clear to the fans that Shikamaru isn't looking to play it fair against the Shinju. Having set out Team 7 on the mission to fight the Shinju, he doesn't expect them to go to their deaths. Instead, he has a plan and, surprisingly, the idea here is to deceive the Shinju and strike when they least expect it. Essentially, Shikamaru intends for Konohamaru and Team 7 to befriend them. The idea here is that these Shinju are like newborn babies, not inherently good or evil, meaning they're impressible. Shikamaru intends to befriend them and get on their good side, and when the time is right, strike to take them down in one fell swoop. This idea is certainly something and the complete opposite of Naruto's ideology. This just goes to show how different a leader Shikamaru is. Whereas Naruto would have tried to befriend them or beat them in a fair fight, Shikamaru goes down the road that gives him the highest chances of success. Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18 is most definitely going to focus on Konohamaru and Team 7 as they attempt to execute this plan following the separation of the Shinju. Things are going to be incredibly intense in the upcoming Boruto chapter as, so far, everything is going according to the plan of the Konoha and the Suna shinobi. But things won't always be in their favor. To build up intensity, it is highly likely that, somewhere along the line, the plan will fail, and this is where the main battles will start taking shape, and fans are hopeful that Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18 will give them just that. Konohamaru Sarutobi is at a crossroads in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18. First and foremost, he's following the orders given to him by Hokage Shikamaru. However, doing what Shikamaru says would be going against Naruto's very own teachings. Konohamaru admires Naruto and wants to be just like him. More than that, Konohamaru knows that Naruto inherited the will of fire from Hiruzen Sarutobi, so going down a road of treachery would only be disrespecting to people he loves and respects the most, and at the same time, betraying his own beliefs as well. At the same time, however, if Konohamaru doesn't beat Matsuri and retrieve the Thorn Soul Bulb, then it is game over for Mogi, one of Konohamaru's closest comrades. Clearly, things are very complicated for Konohamaru right now, especially when he knows that the path given to him by Shikamaru is one that goes against everything he stands for, but also that it has the highest chances of success and, with that, saving Mogi. It is going to be very interesting to see how Konohamaru Sarutobi deals with the issue at hand in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18. Just as Konohamaru Sarutobi struggles with his mission in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18, it is likely that Sarada Uchiha will as well. If anything, things are going to be harder for Sarada, given that she's still a teen and more willing to understand the feelings than a full-fledged shinobi like Konohamaru. Ru seems to trust the Konoha shinobi already, and more than that, he trusts the fact that Jura respects them all. This will likely give a moral dilemma to Sarada Uchiha and the others, and possibly risk the sabotage of the entire mission going forward. If the Tsunagakure ninjas strike regardless, then the entire plan could be ruined in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18, and fans will then see the ninjas face the Wraith of Ru. Finally, Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18 will most definitely give Kawaki the attention that he deserves. In the previous chapter, Kawaki paid a visit to Amado after being informed by Boruto about the nature of his power suppression. Clearly, Kawaki is frustrated by his own weakness and wants to get access to his full power as soon as possible. That's precisely why he's now in front of Amado, demanding him to remove the limiters. On paper, the situation might look like it's in Kawaki's favor, but fans need to keep in mind that Amado is a very shrewd man. He likely accounted for the fact that he faces danger from Kawaki by putting limiters on him. As such, Amado having some leverage against Kawaki should be expected in Boruto to Blue Vortex Chapter 18. That said, fans should still expect Amado to remove the limiters. In exchange, Kawaki would have to pay a price, and this is certainly going to be a very interesting development moving forward. As for what the price could be, nothing can be said for sure. But what is clear is that Amado wants his daughter back, and his goal is to get Kawaki to put a karma on Delta. Perhaps that could be his condition, and in that case, Kawaki would be forced to comply.